This is the most ridiculous and funny statement from the governor of Edo State. So yesterday, the governor of Edo State joined the residents in protesting the poor electricity supply by Benin Electricity Distribution Company. Do you know what he said? According to Monday Okpebholo, Peter Obi is responsible for electricity failure in Edo State. That the light situation was Peter Obi's fault. That Peter Obi allegedly owns Fidelity Bank that bought Benin Electricity Distribution Company and told them not to give Edo people's electricity. Oh my God, this is madness, honestly, because this governor is hustling, making effort just to deliver Edo State to APC, just as he promised that he's going to give Tinubu most of the vote come 2027 in Edo State. So the only way he can achieve this is by making sure that he destroys Peter Obi's name in Edo State, knowing fully well that Edo State is headquarters of obedience. Like waiting concern Peter Obi, electricity, and the protests they are doing in Edo State yesterday. Like, this is madness, honestly. And that is, by the way, you guys saw what is happening between Iran, Israel, and US. You know, this war, Nigerians are reacting as if the war is even happening in Nigeria, especially in the north, where they are protesting, saying that they stand with Iran, knowing fully well that there is war in Nigeria. Every day in Nigeria, Nigerians are dying in the hands of these terrorists. So look at what happened recently in Bauchi State, where the terrorists were shooting. Like, if you hear the sound of heavy gunshot and people were running away from their ancestral land. And up to now, no statement from Nigeria government, and it is as if we do not even have government. My people, this is really heartbreaking. So in this particular video, Barrister Darlington reacted concerning the insecurity in Nigeria, how these terrorists are buying Nigerians every day by day, and Nigeria government is doing absolutely nothing. Like, even to make a statement about what is happening in Nigeria, you cannot hear Tinubu say anything about it. Does it mean that this allegation that Tinubu had a deal with terrorists is true? Because what is preventing Tinubu to give order to wipe these terrorists out? Like, what is Tinubu afraid of? This is why this American man, Mark Arnold, said that terrorists in bushes and Asorok Villa, as well as their sympathizers, should be hunted down and removed from earth without mercy. This is only way out if truly that Nigeria government want to stop this insecurity in Nigeria. Let me allow you guys to listen and hear everything Barrister Darlington has to say concerning this matter, as well as other serious matter in Nigeria. Please do wait to subscribe if today is your first time here. Share the video, give it a like, and also leave your thoughts in the comment section. Take a listen.
I'm going to start off with El-Rufai. I spoke about it during the World News at 6, and the big question is, why did El-Rufai make that statement on national television? Because the ICPC has come to tell us that it got some wiretapping equipment from his home. The family has come out to deny that it's not true, because the ICPC is saying to prove that they are not lying. Let it not be that somebody came and put some stuff in their home and claimed that they were the ones with those equipment. The family said no, they did not. You know, there was nothing like that. That what they saw were old phones, flash drives, stuff of as way back as 20 or whatever years ago. Then there were questions to the family that you do know that the ICPC was coming to search your home. If there was anything that you knew could implicate your husband or your dad, I mean, you could have actually taken it somewhere. But maybe they were trying to prove that there was nothing to hide. So they decided to, you understand what I'm saying? They decided to just let it be. So in this regard, would you say that El-Rufai deliberately made that statement on national television? Possibly he did not know that it was going to get to this point, because that is one of the powerhouse of the ADC financially. He and Malami, and they're going through intense interrogation from the EFCC. In fact, right now, the case with El-Rufai is at the doorstep of the ICPC. After the ICPC, he will now go and respond to DSS. They're the ones that will now do their own interrogation. So the ICPC is saying that they're going to request for an extension for El-Rufai because of what they claim they found in his house. El-Rufai is saying that he is not going to say anything. They're misusing his fundamental human right. He deserves every right to be released, and he needs to be on bail. So obviously, anytime from now, that plea will be heard in court. The last time, the judge, they said he went on leave where he recused himself. We don't know another judge that will be assigned to El Rufai's case, in Abuja, in the Federal High Court. What's your take on this?
I don't agree that nothing was found. If only the due process was followed. Esther.
You don't agree that nothing was found?
Yes, I don't agree.
To what El Rufai's family said? Okay.
Now, how do I say so? The standard procedure is that whenever you want to search the house of any human being, any suspect, so to say, and before you can even enter the premises or the room that you want to search, the house owner or the suspect will first of all frisk you, search you, make sure that you are not carrying any incriminating evidence against him that you want to plant in his house. It is after the search and you are satisfied, and there will be camera to show this procedure. There will be camera to show it. It is after that the person cannot let you inside his room to do your search. And that is the procedure within that premises as you go around. And the cameras will be there to be your judge and your evidence. So the question now is, ICPC, did you go through this process? When you entered El Rufai's compound, were you searched by any family member who were present, either the son, the wife, or anybody he appointed? Did you do that? Were you frisked? So that it will be clear that you didn't come into that compound with any incriminating evidence against El Rufai. That is the first thing. Then, when you now do your search, whatever you discovered, the family had to authenticate it if you are going away with it. They have to, that is what they found there, and they are taking it away as evidence. Is that not true?
Yeah.
Because you cannot take a phone. You cannot take away an ordinary phone away, and then tomorrow we now see something that look like a spy object in the court, and you say you found it in his home. There will be discrepancy here. These are issues. So ICPC, did you do the due diligence? Did you do the needful before when you came and when you left El Rufai's house with whatever you find out? You must take pictures and the people there will authenticate it.
But they're saying that they did this search in the presence of El Rufai's wife and his son. But they've all come out to refute it and say it's not true.
You heard what I said. It's not that you found something there. How did you find it?
How did you find it?
We have seen cases where people have come to complain that some policemen that want to do them in will plant something in their boot when they are searching them, and then tell the next checkpoint to hold them. Immediately they say, hey, wait. Immediately they don't open their boot and they will see something there, and the car owner and the driver will say, but your colleague said this car just down there. How did this thing come into my boot? They say, oh God, that one now, sorry, we are going to the station. These are things that happen, and you must be very, very vigilant when these people are coming for you. They will do everything to incriminate you. Because I wonder how El Rufai will keep such an item in his house without telling his people.
Yeah.
You understand? So I wonder, that's why they must insist if due diligence was done. If it was not, then whatever we found out is null and void. That is not in the spirit of the Evidence Act or this what do I call it now? Witness. It's not in the spirit. You can't come and tell me that you found a gun in my house when I know there was no gun there. When I know I can't keep a gun there waiting for you to come and find it out. Is that not stupidity? It's not possible. So if they came in with it, and now, you know how they do this thing. They can go to a corner and pretend as if they are searching something. And before you know it, something will not happen. They will drop it there. And later go back there and say, look at this, what is this? So there are many ways they could do all these things. I don't want to believe it until the matter gets to court. And then, of course, El-Rufai must have good lawyers who will interrogate this improperly. If the evidence they found out did not meet the standard procedure, the court will not recognize it. Esther, did you hear me?
Yeah.
The court will never recognize it. That's the truth.
Okay, Barrister, there's a situation right now where Mansour in Al-Khaliri local government area, Bauchi State, along with Digari and surrounding areas, they are under siege. Thousands of terrorists swarm the region, and terrified residents are fleeing for their lives. With what is currently going on in the U.S. and Israel, to Iran, we're hearing that Hamas has supposedly told their terrorist cells across the region where they are settling, activating their cells to commence jihad. And obviously, we already, there were talks that the reason in the situation of Iran is the fact that, according to what President Trump is saying, that one of the core reasons why he did what he did is that the people of Iran need a regime change, and they're the ones clamoring and they're happy for democracy. Now, there are talks as to how Trump has supposedly been a disrupting governments, all right, disrupting a process. Iran claims not to be producing any nuclear weapon, but there are talks that it's more of a theocracy, a dictatorial government. Some set of persons there in Iran say that they believe in their leader, the late Khamenei. Others say no, it's a dictatorial government where freedom of expression, freedom of rights are not granted to the people. But it's funny because Iran is seen as the capital, one of the capital of Islam, and most of our Muslim faithfuls here are agitating and saying that they are standing for Iran. In fact, there are people saying Nigeria stands with Iran. We saw some of the Shia members, with placards protesting and saying that they actually partner with Iran. The Nigerian government, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, in fact, I think the Minister of Foreign Affairs for states, all right, has written a letter, an official letter, telling the U.S. to please try as much as possible to de-escalate what is currently happening. And it was a smart one. They did not align with US, Israel, or Iran. All right. They were just saying that at this point in time, things should be de-escalated to avoid more humanitarian crisis. But back home here, Nigeria is going through the ordeal. It seems the terrorists have become worse than they were. Let's just say listen to this. Easy, right? I mean, some of these things are meant to be abated. You're not supposed to carry on with these activities. Could this be the work of this person activator? Because the sporadic state of insecurity recently sense at all.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Esther, you mean, hey, God Almighty, you mean this thing I'm hearing is done during the Ramadan period?
Yeah.
So what is the essence of Holy Ramadan?
I don't know.
Hey, God Almighty. And no Muslim leader is talking. Esther, can you just imagine? Did you see the deceit and the fraud going on? Because we need to
focus on what is going on here back home.
Very, very bad.
It's a very scary period.
To even imagine that this thing is happening during a Ramadan period.
Yeah.
Have you not desecrated the Ramadan with this thing you are doing?
I remember the last time I told you, I said these guys are not religious.
Really?
They want to take over. They're no longer even guising with religion.
Esther, when they take over now, what will happen? Will they form a government, Abi?
I don't know.
Then these people that are keep quiet, they will not be part of that government, Abi. I have told you, go and look at their modus operandi, these jihadis. Their PM masters will send them out. The moment they conquer a place, they will now come and set up Emirate Council in that area. And then they will now come and form a government. These guys, somebody sent them to be doing what they are doing. And it is these people who refuse to talk, who refuse to do anything, who refuse to say anything. They are the ones that send them. If not, why can't they rise up and say, no, this is a Ramadan period. You don't kill, you don't do all these things. You are desecrating our religion. Esther, have you had such a comment from any of the religious leaders? Oh, and so you are not telling me that they are not part of it, they are not whatever. But when it comes to election, they say no, the election will affect Ramadan during the February period.
Yes, the double standard.
Can you just imagine, Esther? Can you just imagine?
The double standard.
So how can I believe in this deceit and this fraud? No, tell me, how can I believe in it? How? They can deceive everybody. They cannot deceive anybody. They cannot deceive everybody, including me. I beg to differ. Seriously, the first day this Ramadan started with Christian Lent, I pleaded with them in one of my shows. I said, please, the only thing I don't want to hear, let the killing stop. At least to respect the Ramadan. To respect the Ramadan. Don't come and tell me that these people are not Muslims. Who are they? Because after doing all these things, Esther, they will still go and pray in the evening. They pray on Fridays. So which religion are they professing?
It's crazy because this is basically, for example, Mr. George Amupiton has given a supposed not confident response. He's not confident in the response he gave about a smooth sail or perfect election for 2027. I mean, the 2027 elections are coming up, and this is supposed to be an opportunity for Tinubu to focus on governance so that they could use some of their strides as a template to campaign. Although campaign has begun, based on what I and you discussed behind closed doors as to how monies are being released and all of that for certain initiatives and prospects.
Including the one from ST.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you know that Chukuma Soludo's daughter has been endorsed as a city boy for the ladies, and it's begging questions across several quarters as to where this money is coming from and how come Nigerians are complaining there is no money, how come they're complaining there is hunger, no job opportunities, or are this job being positioned for persons who belong to the APC. I mean, these are basically the talks. I mean, if you're on social media all the time, you hear Nigerians complain about this. But with the terrorism ongoing, Kwara, Kogi, Bauchi, Adamawa, there's an insurgency. The uprising right now is sporadic. It's sporadic. It feels like somebody is saying, you know what, attack from all fronts. And I don't know what these people want. They're displacing people. People are running away. And I don't know if they're the ones that are going to settle in these places. We've heard that possibly by 2050, the Southwest will accommodate more than 50% of Nigerians because of what is currently going on. If this is not tackled, and there will definitely be pressing issues on social amenities to cater for the needs of everyone because they're looking for safety. So what is going on? Before you respond, let's take a listen to Trump.
Over the past 36 hours, the United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Khamenei is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is. Likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now again the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody. An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be a dire threat to every American. We cannot allow a nation that raises terrorist armies to possess such weapons that would allow them to extort the world to their evil will. Not going to let it happen. We're not happening to us, and we're not going to let it happen to others. The United States has the strongest military the world has ever seen. I rebuilt our military in my first term. There's never been a military like we possess. And frankly, there's nobody even close, but we are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose. We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place, but for our children and their children, just as our ancestors have done for us many, many years ago. This is the duty and the burden of a free people. These actions are right and they are necessary to ensure that Americans will never have to face a radical, bloodthirsty terrorist regime armed with nuclear weapons and lots of threats. For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America" or "Death to Israel," or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do. These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America.
And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I mean, we're not used to saying that. Anytime they give a public broadcast, they always say, God bless the United States of America. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Any enemy of darkness that wants to decimate this country, God should focus and decimate them. What is all this? But Barrister, it's not a joke. Based on what is going on, remember I was asking a question. Experts are warning that this conflict could actually cause a major destabilization, especially in Africa, because of U.S. security resources. These individuals will redirect, and obviously we know what will take place. As of 2026, jihadist groups such as Jama'at Nusrat al-Islam al-Muslimin and Islamic State Sahel province are already operating with increased intensity in Nigeria, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, with violent incidents in the borderlands of Niger, Benin, and Nigeria, and is rising by 90% between 2024 and 2025. This broader conflict with Iran provides provides this group with ideological motivation for further activation. You heard exactly what just played now. As for the past 5 days, there has been intense terrorist activities along that location, along that axis. I'm talking about, it's almost like Nigeria is going through a fracture, like a major fracture that could, if things are not handled sporadically, expediently, I don't know where we'll be before this year ends. So is our presidency lackluster? What exactly is going on, and why has he not addressed Nigerians based on what is currently happening? No address whatsoever at all. With all the killings, we're seeing them. Do you see what happened very recently in, was it Plateau State? Yes, Plateau State, very recently, where Reverend Dachuma was standing over bodies. It was a gory sight. So nobody has said anything. A core member was being flogged, humiliated, dehumanized. Nobody has said anything. Not the religious leaders, well, the popular religious leaders that we know, not the president, not the National Youth Service Commission DG, not the Inspector General of Police, not Barr or Nanaga. Nobody has made a tweet or anything. They're only talking about politics. It's like nothing is going on, just politics and 2027.
You see, when you said God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria, you know I was chocolate.
You don't want God to bless us?
When Donald Trump made that speech, he ended with God bless America, the United States of America. Is that not true? Have your president ever made such an address? Please tell me. Since January 25th, 2025, that America bombed some parts of Sokoto and all that. Has he ever come out to make a statement as to policy direction of the government concerning this threat of our lives and our security? Has he? Look at what has happened so far. Has he ever come to make any statement? But he will be quick to receive those who are defecting into APC. He will be free to laugh at the opposition that have gone in disarray. To tell you where his priority is. Then tomorrow he will tell me he wants a united Nigeria. He wants this. He wants that. But nepotism is playing out. The man that retired from this civil defense. Let me
NSCDC.
NSCDC, Abi.
NSCDC.
The highest ranking officer in line is said to be an Igbo man. But because of that, they now elongated the tenure of this man who have retired. Esther.
I mean, I discussed it during the World News at 6 that I did not understand it. When it first of all happened, really? A lot of persons were already saying, oh, it's because it is from the Southeast. And I was like, no, let's not let people not get paranoid. There's a process, there's a standard. The president needs to give an order before there is any handover.
Of course.
And unfortunately, the speculation that was already rife across several platforms was, confirmed with Barr and Nanaga releasing a press statement. But Barrister, the thing is,
that is what they are after, nothing else. You see all this nepotism, all this politics, just mundane things.
Okay,
these are very mundane.
Who are those advising the president?
It is no, he's the one advising himself. Shebi, they said that you should do a constructive criticism.
It's not even about. So we are at a stage where there's an uncertainty.
The real issue that is bedeviling us is that you swore to protect life and property. That is what you swore on oath. Esther, have you fulfilled any of them? And the people that are supporting him, they will not see anything wrong. They will not talk to him now until the bubble bursts. They will now start looking for scapegoat. Esther, mark my word, they will start looking for somebody to blame. Who said what? Who did what? They will never agree that the problem is from them. With the way this country is being run today, Esther, do we have a country? Look at Donald Trump. He has taken the war to Iran. That is, take the war to their doorstep. But here, the enemy have come to your doorstep. In fact, they have entered your room. They have entered your room. You couldn't talk. So when are you going to talk? With all this you are hearing with wiretapping, aerofile, this and that, is Nigeria safe? A real issue is coming, is on the way. Whatever they are trying to do, a stitch in time saves 9. Each time we come here and we advise this president, he will not listen. He will not even take this decision that will embrace every Nigerian.
No, but Barrister, this is not funny.
Oh.
You just heard what I played. In fact, it's not just an audio; it's a visual. The residents were running away. The terrorists were. It's like you're playing with them.
Look at
they're
gunfire.
Shooting and they're running.
Look at gunfire as if they're in a thick war.
Did you understand?
Middle of a war.
It's like some part of this country is not part of the country.
The sound of this gun alone.
And Barrister, we're not hearing anybody. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody is addressing anybody. Nobody is talking. I have checked all their platforms. No one is addressing this. And the president hasn't thought of having a national address, addressing the entire nation. The only thing they're focusing on is how the ADC is not serious, how Labour Party is this, Wike going through a media chat, boasting if he contests for elections, he will win, saying Ireti Kingibe will not come back, that he promised that he's saying that she will not come back, that because she has not done anything. That's what he was saying. He said it with confidence, and it may happen so. He said it that in this next elections, Ireti Kingibe will not come back. I mean, these are statements made in broad daylight via media chat, and nobody is saying anything. It has become a norm. The brazen anomaly has become a norm in a polity like this, with a president that supposedly fought for democracy. So what are we doing? What are we dealing with? I mean, at this point in time, do you know with what is currently going on with Israel and the US Israel on Iran, that countries surrounding Iran are already feeling the aftermath of this? Kuwait, Abu Dhabi, in fact Jordan, these are neighboring countries. They felt the impact of Iran's missiles. And Nigerians there, do you know that some Nigerians who are there, because the foreign ministry has said they're going to send a chartered plane to bring in Nigerians who are currently either in Israel or even in Iran or neighboring countries to come back home. Some of the Nigerians there say they're not coming back home.
Of course, it's home better. Have you not heard of people who ran away from problem abroad only to come here and die in Nigeria? No, have you not heard of it? And they regretted their action. Home is not better. That is just the simple truth. It's even worse here, because here, nobody is doing anything. Nobody is saying anything. It's worse here. So those people, manage and see how you can safeguard yourself over there.
No one. A couple of them are already doing some videos. They say there are bunkers close to their homes. In fact, in Israel, some areas activities are ongoing. People are going about their businesses. Electricity is not disrupted in a country that is supposedly, going through the war process. Their
air defense is super notch.
Do we have an air defense in Nigeria?
Ask them. I thought you were APC woman.
Is it APC that has only been in government?
Yeah, the one in government now.
I mean now,
Under their word that this evil is going on, Esther. That shootout I had now on air, is enough to annoy any patriotic Nigerian. Imagine terrorists doing that kind of exercise in a sovereign nation, Esther. Terrorists. Look at the way they are shooting and shouting and making noise.
My question is, why has the president not addressed the nation?
Esther, please, I don't understand them. Anything you say now, you don't have respect for Tinubu. You don't like APC.
It's not about liking. Not everybody will like the APC. Not everybody will like the opposition. So anybody who complains if people don't say positive things, it's a normal thing. You will have critics. A lot of persons don't like Trump as at this point in time. Even persons that you think would support, they don't trust Trump, they don't like him, they feel that he's the terrorist. So obviously it's not everybody that will support you. But my question is, what the kind of the spike in insurgency, why has that case not been addressed?
Esther, you know why they have become bolder? Because they discover that the government is weak. If there is no crack in the wall, the lizard will not enter. They have seen the crack in our security architecture, and that's why they are so bold and so arrogant and so. I don't know how to describe, with impunity, and that is the burn of the contention here. Do you have a military that has a marching order? Donald Trump just tell you that 3 people have died in Iran fighting the battle against terrorists. He just announced it. But here, they will never agree that somebody died. We keep everything in secret in Nigeria, even things that are very obvious. We keep praising the military, but look at what is going on under their watch.
No, the military is trying.
I
mean, we've seen that. You need to see how our foot soldiers are fighting hard. Young boys, they're fighting hard, Barrister. It's not easy. But the thing is, I don't know. There's a spike. It's just coming back, and it's. I don't know if this is the plan, if this is the whole jihadist thing, if this is an offshoot of what is. Because even before this whole Iran thing, these guys came up. In fact, since last year that Trump said country of particular concern focused on Nigeria, I don't know what happened. It's like they all woke up.
They know what is going on here. Seriously, some of the information that they refuse to tell us, we hear some of them from abroad. You know, they hear some of these things abroad. Esther, do you imagine the impact of a presidential speech by Tinubu over this insecurity? Do you imagine the impact? How far-reaching it will be, especially to our military, to our armed forces. Just like Donald Trump said, deploy everything against these people.
Donald Trump has been addressing his people every 3 or 4 hours. He can have a live address 3 or 4 times in a day. We don't have such an opportunity here. We don't have that. The funny thing, Barrister, is that when you address this, the supporters of the government will say you are being tribal, you are being nepotistic, or you are according to your friend Agbadin, he says we are sadists or whatever. But the reality of the fact is, the country, some parts of Nigeria don't look like they are part of Nigeria.
At all. And how patriotic can such a person be? I have said it here. And one naughty caller told me that I'm drinking Panadol for somebody's headache, and I should go back to Imo State, where I come from.
They all say the same thing, but we're all Nigerians. And we want what is better for this country.
You are not.
So at this point in time, anything that affects some certain regions and you think you're safe, you're not safe. Somebody just projected that by 2050 or even by 2045, that the Southwest will be the home base of more than half the population of Nigeria. Because people will be looking for safe havens, places they consider to be quite safe. And if you're complaining that the place is becoming congested, you want people to go back to their regions, why not look for a way through which insecurity can be curbed? Let people stay in their bases, in their homes, farm and go about their businesses. Who is encouraging all of this?
We don't know what the plan is by the government. Because I don't believe that this silence is for nothing. Seriously, it's like we don't have a government. That is what it looks like now. We don't have a government. We are just hearing a name. But that name is not active as our leader.
Because the U.S. themselves has issued an urgent security alert to citizens in Nigeria over Iran hostilities.
Of course.
There are talks that as it stands now, most of the cells, the ISIS cells, the ISWAP cells, they could activate them.
They have already. Not they could. They have. That's why this thing is spreading. That's why they have become so bold. You know? So bold. Unfortunately, we are in a Ramadan season and nobody is talking Esther. This thing is very, very unbecoming. Muslim leaders in Nigeria, where are you? Why not call these people to order that they are desecrating your religion? Whether they are Muslims or not, that they should respect the Ramadan period that you are in. Is that not what they're supposed to do, Esther? Instead of pursuing the date of election and all that.
The warning is coming not even for Nigerians per se. It's coming for U.S. citizens in Nigeria, specifically the U.S. Embassy and the likes.
Of course.
Especially those in Abuja and all those other areas, that there should be an alert that the terrorist cells could be activated and they need to be careful. So at this point, everyone would have expected that a national address will occur where these things, either the presidency tries to assure Nigerians that the alert is high from every security agency and apparatus, and that whether we have an air defense or not, but our troops are gallant to withstand anything that would happen, and that they already, whatever intelligence they have gathered with the U.S. troops in Nigeria, they are working to de-escalate anything that could come up as an offshoot with what is currently going on.
It's already going on and nobody is challenging anybody. Can't you see it? You saw that that battlefield. That is what you see in a
That is even just one instance. Like I said, during the weekend, Reverend Achomo was with the bodies where these terrorists came to attack them. And obviously, they had to do a mass burial for them. You needed to see how their bodies were mutilated. They had to start sewing the body part and put those bodies inside. They were saying some people will start asking them that the coffins are empty. Because Sheikh Gumi alleged that the coffins were empty. And a couple of his followers and supporters were also, agreeing with the speculation he put out there that is not true.
Yes, I like what he did, so that nobody will now doubt if such a thing happened. Nobody will. But the question is, Esther, have any Muslim leaders spoken? Esther, be sincere to yourself. Have you had? Murik is there. The other Islamic Council that was pursuing Amopito is there. Have they spoken? But when it comes to irrelevant issues, you will see them, they make statements, trying to divert our attention. So the shedding of human blood is not important to them.
In Borno State, these terrorists attacked an army base. They haven't. I'm serious, Barrister. Just yesterday, they attacked an army base.
It's in the news.
50 innocent Nigerian men, Nigerian military men. You need to see the pictures. They're not. It's not a joke. Their bodies, and that's why I said they are trying. These are young men, cut off short. So they still keep deploying young people to go into the field to fight these guys. So what is going on? Why are we not getting? I'm not saying that the military is not trying, but our boys, our young men, are wasting.
Because lack of political will to give the clear directives, and then lack of the right weapons. These are the two things that is bedeviling the Nigerian military.
50 army guys yesterday in an ambush on their base in Borno State, just gone like that.
Esther, you heard what that military man said about giving amnesty to terrorists.
Yeah,
that state governors are entitled to. Esther, have you had such a thing in your life? Have you ever had such a thing in your life? That is Nigeria for you. Is it not the political leadership that allows such a nonsense?
Barrister, I don't even want to believe that this is real, that we are going through this.
Something is happening in Nigeria. Nobody wants to tell us.
Whenever these attacks take place, they don't tell us. Because when you don't report the exact number of military men who were killed in the battlefield, you give room for speculation. You give room for people to add. But the thing is, a base was attacked. They took their weapons and all whatnot. Now the Nigerian military is fighting back. We're not trying to demoralize them. They're really trying. But the situation is becoming overwhelming. Now the question is, the troops that came to Nigeria, what are they doing? Because we were told that they were not going to assist in the war front, but they were going to train and provide intelligence. So what else will be done to boost the morale of our soldiers in terms of strategic thinking to catch these guys before they attack? And when they attack, they come in numbers.
You heard what that Reverend Father said, that Chomo. He said that the NSA did not allow them to be deployed to Jos. Rather, they were sent to Sokoto, Bauchi.
Who should not be? Okay, you mean the soldiers?
Yes, the American soldiers. The man said that the NSA did not allow them to be deployed to Jos, where they are having issues. And so because of that, next time they are going to fight for themselves. The man was saying it openly. And nobody had come to counter what he said. You left the real place where you have terrorists holding swear. And you now deploy the American soldiers to places that they are doing Boy Scout. The hottest place in that area now, Benue and Plateau, where they are even living, they have taken over their villages and all that. And so you can see. Meanwhile, the president is not talking. Esther, I don't know why he just kept quiet. Is he no longer the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, Esther? Look at Donald Trump. He deployed his men to go to Iran and face them there. And they went. Esther. That's why you are a commander-in-chief. Are you sure this president is not even afraid of giving the army the directives they should follow? Are you sure? Because whenever you want to hear a statement, you hear from Bayo Nonoga that the president said. The president said. The president condoned with these people. He condoned with these people. Meanwhile, the president is here in Nigeria. He's alive. He's well. Can't he speak? Something is wrong somewhere, Esther. Something is wrong. And the earlier Nigerians speak of, the better. You cannot be majoring on minor, majoring on politics. Whenever they want to defect, you will be at the forefront to receive the defector. You will be at the forefront to tell your party what to do. You will be at the forefront to give directives to your party. You will be at the forefront to tell them what to do and when to do it. Only you. But the real thing you swore to do for Nigerians, you have neglected it completely. It's like the president doesn't know that killings are going on. Seriously, he doesn't know that Nigerians are dying in numbers. And this is the same person that Nigerians want to vote into office in 2027. I'm telling you, they must have hypnotized Nigerians. Because you'll be asking yourself question, come, the person that we voted the last time as the president, under his word, these things are going on and he's not addressing it. And he want me to vote him again. On what ground? No, tell me, on what ground? Esther, have I not told you here that you can never make any progress? With insecurity.
In Gombe, terrorists killed and kidnapped children. Very recently, less than 24 hours, we saw what happened in Edo State, where they attacked the base of the Nigerian army there. 40 of the soldiers, or more than 40 of the soldiers, were killed. They were reportedly killed, and an army general, or will you call him a colonel, a very senior army general, they were killed. You're having sporadic attacks, and I'm worried that it almost feels like if it's not here or if it's not close to home, then whatever happens there is nobody's business. The governors are not even coming out to say anything because they are APC states. I don't know, it's like they told them not to call out, not to lament, not to cry. I don't know what is going on. I would have thought that these states that have been experiencing this sporadic increase, this spike in insurgency, would have been declared as states of emergency. This is the kind of address we want to hear from the president, to be assertive, to be firm. The United States of America bombed Sokoto in December. The president kept mute, kept mum. We saw Bola, Bayo Nanoga, they were the ones releasing statements and going to one media house or the other by saying they provided intelligence. One address was not given. The president now proceeded to travel. He came to Lagos. From Lagos, he traveled out of the country. Not one word. Nothing happened.
That will tell you where they are.
And up till now, we're just hearing and seeing press releases in reaction to issues. Address the people. What are you waiting for?
That means, I've told you, their priority is not this insecurity.
But Barrister, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as a president, you represent all zones or community or regions. It is in your best interest for there to be no form of insurgency taking place. It will decapitate your government. It will cause confusion. Why is there no concerted effort? Why are we not seeing that disposition from you, that this thing that is going on, you don't like it? The president's wife went on a television program, I think CBN News thereabout, in an interview, where she said that this thing going on is not a genocide, it's like farmer-herder clashes, and that now that this is the election season, so all of this happening is politically motivated. That was what it was drawn down to, politics. That the killings taking place is politics, almost like it's the opposition that is feeling the insecurity. When the Minister of Defense has told us that there is a serious pressure from the Sahel, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, this guy is a serious pressure on the Sahel, and it has exponentially increased since 2024. And you're telling us that it is nothing more than farmer herders, or it's politically inclined?
I don't think so. They are just telling us a bunch of lies. So since is it not 2009? We have been with this thing. We are talking of 15 years of terrorism. So throughout that 15 years, we are doing election, Abi. No, look at it. We have been doing election for 15 years now. It doesn't add up seriously. Election comes after 4 years. Is that not true? Is that when you experience any electoral activities and all that? So the first, second, and third year of your being elected into office, is there peace in Nigeria? No, let us begin to tick the boxes. Was there peace in Nigeria? You know very well that you are up to something, but you don't want to own up. I would have loved to give some examples here, but I will not, because whenever you give such example, people will leave the issue and start talking rubbish.
What example do you want to give that people will leave the issue?
How this thing has happened in the past and where it started. Yeah, because you say you know it now, somebody will divert your attention. Esther, the problem of Nigeria, remember, the particular region and the particular people it always starts with, especially when it comes to this civil war and all that, it's a serious political issue. From 1964, 1964 election in the southwest, Operation Wait here, that culminated in 1965, that Wole Soyinka had to go and announce the real result in one radio station in Ibadan. That culminated in his arrest, and then in 1966 coup, counter coup, of course, that resulted in 1967. Esther, where did this thing start from? Was it not from the southwest? Who was in office? Southwest. June 12, 1993. Who? Where did it start? The same place. Just look at it. The trajectory of events. And now this one is going on under a Yoruba man's watch.
Nobody will see with his administration. Don't make it seem as if it's under Yoruba man's watch.
But listen very well. It has become worse under Tinubu. It was not like this.
You don't think that if it was someone else, it wouldn't have been worse?
It was worse because Tinubu is playing politics with this insecurity.
Barrister, you cannot make such an allegation.
What are you saying?
Without you having...
I said it was worse under his watch. More terrorists entered here under his watch. Is it not a record?
What I'm trying to say, Barrister, is that are we saying that it's because it's him or the APC as a political party? Because this was what was encouraged in the previous administration for 8 years with nothing being done.
Hold on. The buck stops on his table. Let the same muscle, the same dexterity, the same effort Tinubu is making with his political party. Let him deploy it to solve this insecurity, Esther. You are just one lamenting here that he not made any speech. He has not said anything, and these things are going on. I mean, look at it yourself. When you keep quiet, are you not showing weakness? Are you not emboldening the terrorists? You just kept quiet. The other day, some people from the southwest said that he had left them to die. He's not thinking about their security. Is that not true? So how can I not call him out? Tell me, how can I not? Who should I call out? When he swore to protect life and property, and under his word, things are getting out of hand. Who should I call now? Please tell me who. Hold on, I should go and call Buhari. Is he the one in charge? You said you took this job, and you know what you people did before you came into office. How you brought these people here, all the things you people did. Now that you are not the person, you inherited the evil you people committed when the PDP was in office. Oh yeah, now clear the mess. Clear the mess, for God's sake. Instead of terrorists sharing government with you, terrorists are not sharing government with this administration, and it's on record. There are places that our military cannot even enter because terrorists have already taken over that place, and nobody has given me order to flush them out. No order to flush them out, Esther. But Donald Trump, what is happening in faraway Iran? He has carried it on his head, though. He didn't wait for the terrorists to come close to America. He took the war to them. But here, these terrorists are walking all over the place. They are in fact, they are working with. They are trading the market with us. Esther, they are living with us now, and nobody had that temerity to confront them. And you are telling me this and that. Please let me ask you, and I want you to answer me. IPOB that they call a terrorist organization, did they go this far? Did the IPOB, did they go this far? All the people that conspired and jailing them, they call it. Shame on you people. Shame on you people. IPOB or ESA, they didn't go close to, they didn't do 1/10 of what these people are doing. And you criminalize them, you call them names, and you jail an innocent man. With what Nnamdi Kanu was agitating and what people are doing, Esther, please, which one is worse? Nobody is talking about it again.
Well, they indicated that some of his broadcasts led to
leave that
them being incited and doing the chaos that ensued after.
Look, Esther, if these terrorists have done what Nnamdi Kanu did, sincerely speaking, I won't even be too hard on them. I will say that they are Boy Scouts. I'm not joking. What did Nnamdi Kanu? He made a statement, Abi. Making a statement and carrying gun and shooting people. Which one is worse? Please tell me. No, which one is worse?
Carrying gun and shooting people.
Taking
over people's property, taking over their families.
Really?
Displacing people.
That's why I told you that if they have been making statements like Nnamdi Kanu, I will not even bother. The law allow you to vent your anger. Freedom of speech is allowed. If that is what Nnamdi Kanu did and you put him in prison, then shame on you. But the real terrorists, you cannot confront them, Esther. You can't even talk to them, not to talk of arresting. Look at the volume of bullets that these guys are releasing against innocent people, and they were running like a rat that is being chased by a cobra. You can imagine how these people, with the sound of that gun, are you going to wait? Hold on. If you are closer to where these things are sounding, will you wait? I'm sure the people around that village, all of them have run to anywhere, but within that vicinity, with the noise of that gun, you don't need to be told what will happen if you decide to wait.
Barrister, let's listen to Obe Ezekwesili. Let's listen to Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Lead if you cannot listen. A leader must have empathy. A leader must have courage. To lead, you need to have the courage of your convictions, because leadership is not easy. And to lead, you must also be a good follower. Diversity and representation is critical. You need to have all voices and all views in leadership positions, because God made a diverse world, and therefore we need to reflect that diversity. But I also insist on merit. It is those who have the capacity and merit leading who should lead. But what does that mean? Does it mean that within a diverse world you cannot find within each population those who are merit-worthy? The answer is no. Of course you can find them. And therefore you can have both merit, diversity, and representation. You can have excellence. You cannot lead if you can.
All right, so that was Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Of course.
We're going to take a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. You're currently listening to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. This is a platform where we resonate you and your thoughts, and we actually discuss issues from a logical point of view. Yes.
Esther, you heard what Okonjo-Iweala said now.
Yes.
Does it not make sense to you?
It does.
Good. Why are the people that are benefiting from this, why are they keeping quiet? Esther, tomorrow now, we are the most accommodating people. We tolerate people. We do this. We do. You will not talk now. Esther, they will not talk. Let me hear, please. Let me hear. Look, I don't want somebody to come here one day or call on phone and be talking of tribalism. Look, I will get angry with that person. You cannot blame me for what you are guilty of. You cannot come here and make noise again that somebody talking of tribalism or divisive analysis. Meanwhile, you are the chief culprit. Why is it that nobody is talking over here, Esther? I mean, in large number.
A couple of them are.
A couple, one or two is not enough. It should be. I'm talking about critical mass, where they condemn things, the way they condemned it under come out like that. Come out and make such noise.
There are numerous.
That's what I believe you.
There are numerous actually who have been calling out this anomaly. Unfortunately, their voices get drowned.
Really?
Yes.
Why is it that their voices will be heard when another person is there? I mean, critical mainstream media, the Lagos Ibadan press, they are not highlighting this in the way they highlighted it in past regime that they are not benefiting from, Esther. Is that how Nigeria will grow? Tomorrow now they will come and tell you, they are not cooperating with us. A certain religion doesn't want our cooperation. He doesn't want. How can they cooperate with you when you have sidelined them from governance? Esther, how? These are the issues. I said the way these people blame you for what they are guilty of is very annoying. Go to the mirror and look at yourself. Are you doing right? Are you doing the right thing? You want to unite Nigeria, Abi? You want to unite Nigeria through nepotism? Are you serious? Listen to what Okonjo-Iweala said. Listen to what they said. So governance is now is all about tribe and region and the region. Is that true? The day any Igbo will go there at that point, just one Igbo, Igbos have taken over. They want to divide Nigeria. They want to.
But Barrister, don't you think it's just a convenient distraction?
No, wow.
Possibly because they need to maintain political alliance with the North.
I'm telling
so they don't
you.
want to trigger anything that could cause apathy. So maybe the tribalism towards the Igbos or the Southeast is just convenient because it's easy to look down or make derogatory statements.
They are not doing it the right way. In fact, it is now.
No, I never said they are doing it the right way. I'm just saying that. You know very well that they need the North. They need them politically.
Oh, but they don't need the Southeast, Abi?
Yes, it's very obvious. They don't need the Southeast. So it's very convenient to use, the Southeast as whatever, lashed to whatever anger or whatever in them. And I'm talking about the APC supporters. I'm not referring to, an entire ethnic group. Obviously, this is politically induced. They know they need the Northern support. The 2023 elections, obviously, the North gave them more of the support, and they still need that Northern alliance. So anything that will poke them, anything that will cause any form of apathy or whatever, they don't want it. So it's like whatever it's obvious, they put their eyes away from it. They even show a sense of reverence. I read them on social media, specifically on X, how they react to issues, and when it's somebody from that region, they don't talk, they keep quiet. But if it's obviously, so it's convenient. Like I said, the president won the 2023 elections with more than 90% of the South is giving support to the opposition and not to the president. So it tells you that possibly in terms of political whatever, they don't need the support of the South. So it's easy for them to be a punch bag. But as a president who has arrived, you now are the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not the president of a particular ethnic group. You ought to address the needs of everyone. And anybody that seems to be stoking the policy that creates tension or division or distrust, you are meant to arrest them. You're meant to take them, hold them accountable, just like what happened in Rwanda. So why are we not seeing that kind of precise measure for sanctity in the political space?
Esther, the leadership style of Tinubu will backfire. Go and mark my word, it will backfire. But what I'm saying, that the supporters, those of them supporting this evil, don't make noise. When you start reaping the fruit of your labor, don't make noise. Because when the chiefs are down now, you see all of them, they start denying. I did not support it. Me, I don't know him. He's not my brother. I don't know.
What do we have
seen this several. Esther, all of us will say no to this evil. All of us. All of us. Not when 2 people are talking, 10 people will be supporting. How can we move forward? No, tell me. Have you not noticed that whenever opposition want to hold meeting, they call them hoodlums. They go and scatter the place. Who sent them? No, you mean they went on their own, Abi, and you did not arrest anybody? Esther, nobody was arrested. From what happened to Edo State.
No, they arrested one Steven guy who made a threat against Peter Obi. The DSS has taken him up. The petition was written to the DSS. His tweets obviously were presented.
That one in Rivers?
Yes, the one in Rivers.
In Edo?
In Edo State, the Commissioner of Police said they're investigating the incident, but they haven't apprehended anybody.
Yes, it's true. Yes. Even that day, they didn't see any on marker, baby. They didn't see any.
And they said this could be as a result of the internal imbroglio in the ADC, that one cannot categorically say it was state-sponsored thugs.
Esther, an on marker, if an on marker passed through this route, and the police are looking for them, it will not take up to 10 minutes to catch them. True of us.
True.
10 minutes. They will just make call and radio their, they will let them and stop them. On markers, already you have identified yourself. How many weeks now? On markers cannot be apprehended in Edo State. On markers,
It's like people should not talk or say anything.
And that is it. So
don't post. Or in fact, do you know that in Rivers State, a local government chairman beat up a young lady who shared a video of a dilapidated school in the chairman's local government area.
Why did you embarrass?
Yes, they beat the girl. What
that
is
is where we are. Ask them now. They say, "Are you sure these people are APC people? Some people can be doing anything, but."
In Ahuada, West Local Government Area, Rivers State, his name is Eugene Cheta Epele. He said he beat up this young girl. If you act like you said, he may deny it.
Of course,
to say it's not him, it stops. But this it's appalling.
Who sent them?
Why do we condone evil just because of political alliances?
By the time it will haunt them tomorrow, you see sympathy like in Erufai.
It's like democratic brigandage. The structure that is meant to keep a sense of sanity that should differentiate us from primitive and barbaric tendencies is basically what is the order of the day. A tall order of the day. A minister went on live television to say that a senator, he marked his word that she would not return.
Come back. That means he has already conducted the election.
He made such a threat before the FCC council polls, and it's exactly what he said that happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to Shammer's News TV.